Hits 105.5. That was Matchbox 20 with Real World. In the studio with me, I have City Manager Andrew Bowser with the Talk of the Town, proudly sponsored by Clancy's, Shelby County's oldest fast food restaurant. Nothing fancy, just fantastic food. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I am well, Tracy. Good morning, and how are you?
I'm doing good. We were talking a little bit off the air because the storms are coming, and yeah.
Getting prepped. Definitely been in communication this morning with Christy Fryman, our EMA director, but she's worried about the storms and the potential of some tornadoes, and in the event of that, and what we're going to do and plan for. It's definitely been the topic of conversation in City Hall lately, especially of what happened in Logan County. So definitely thoughts and minds are still there with them. But also thinking about, hey, we're still in the midst of spring, and there's still inclement weather that continues to come our way. And so the city right now did activate its flood action plan this morning at 6 a.m., and we just sent out information across the board for that. You can find more information on our website, sydneyoh.com. If you hover over Public Works, you can take a look at that plan. We obviously internally have a much more detailed plan of action on what's there to happen. So as of 8:30 this morning, the river's level was at 11.5 feet. That just dictates that there's some minor flooding. So you'll probably see that the river is kind of over the bank on the west side of Custom Border Field, near the Raw water pump station. This is to help mitigate any issues later on with residences. So there are certain areas in our flood protection plan that are supposed to flood. It's doing its job.
Okay.
Right. And so if it's going over the banks, that's okay in certain areas. We're more concerned when we get up to the flood levels of where 13, 14, 15 feet, and then it becomes a real issue. But the screw pumps are turning. We're diverting water to keep the levels as low as we possibly can. The action plan is very sound and secure. It has been an extremely long time that we have seen certain levels go much further past where we're at right now. So we're currently at 11.5. We start the plan at 10.5, so we've seen another foot. If it gets up over 12, you'll see another notification goes out. A lot of the residences in certain spots of the area, especially on the east bank where homes are closer to the river, those have been notified. The fire department will be out notifying those individuals specifically after we reach more of those moderate flooding levels, and then you could potentially see if it continues, which, it's definitely let up. We're not seeing the volume that we were seeing over the course of the night. But, with new storms coming in this afternoon, who knows how much water will be brought. But the city is well prepped and prepared. If we reach around 13 feet, that's when you'll start seeing sandbags, and we'll start closing down certain roads, especially south end of town on 25A along the Big Four Bridge. That's the weak point there in the river, and that's where you'll see it crest over the river first. So...
Yeah. And the YMCA, the main campus, is closed today because of the floodgates. And they explained to me how that works.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty interesting. And I was like, I didn't know. I mean, it's great that they have that because it could be potentially not good.
For sure. So we'll continue to monitor it. We have gauges up and down the river to be able to monitor. Our staff is prepared. This is, what they train for. And so our staff is ready to go. So shout out to fire, police, public works, parks, all of them getting ready to take action on this. And then hopefully we get as lucky as we did last time with the storms coming in later today.
Yeah, that's right. And you can sign up to get those text messages. I got my alert this morning and letting me know, and it gives you the link and all the information that you need. So make sure you sign up for that so you can get the latest to up to date. You don't have to rely on Facebook for it. You can get it right to your phone anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And you did have a request this morning.
Well, I think so. I think it's fitting. I think we definitely should play Blind Melon, No Rain, just for today.
I think so too. I think that's a great request.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. That was City Manager Andrew Bowser with the Talk of the Town, proudly sponsored by Clancy's, Shelby County's oldest fast food restaurant. Nothing fancy, just fantastic safe food. Stay safe out there. And
Thanks, Tracy.
We'll talk to you next week after all of the eclipse stuff. Find out how well you did. I think it's going to be interesting. All right, coming up next, Andrew's Request, No Rain by Blind Melon. It's Hits 105.5.